Appreciate it.
Questions for Coach when you guys are ready?
Talk about your team's overall experience and what was it like going against Steve Donahue today?
Yeah, I mean, it was, I was telling Jeremy, like, the whole week before the game, it felt pretty normal, but actually, you know, looking down the sideline at him was a little interesting right before the before the game started. But then once the ball goes up, obviously, no thoughts about it anymore. It was just trying to get a win on the road, which is in this league is obviously a huge challenge. So proud of the effort and yeah, you know, weird experience to start, but you know, overall got back to normal pretty quickly.
When you scouted them, what was like kind of keys? Like, hey, we need to do this to do well, and then what did you think you did wrong?
Yeah, I mean, obviously Spinoza is such a presence and just a problem, you know, to game plan for, because he can score, but he's passes like a guard, and I think that was the key, right? How do we guard him without letting shooters get off? And I don't know if we did a good job of that. You know, I expected guys like Ethan Roberts and Sam Brown and the others to start making more shots than they have so far this year. They're two good players, and so that was our focus. You know, just how do you guard Spinoza without letting the shooters get off? And so I thought we did a good job on Spinoza for the most part. You know, he forced him to shoot hard shots one-on-one, and that guy did a really good job guarding him, and Ryan Kiashin when he was in the game. So went okay. Probably they made a few more threes than I would have wanted, but they're good shooters and they're gonna make them.
Coach, just curious from a tactical standpoint, when you guys play so fast and you go against a team that plays so slow, how can you impose your will on them and play at the pace that you want to?
Yeah, it's a huge challenge every game, especially in league play now. You know, we've been doing this style for a handful of years now, and teams in the Ivy just know, like, you know, most of the time you pull it out and they slow down and run clock, and there's not much you can do about that if teams are really just hell-bent on running offense. And so, you know, we try traps and try to mix it up and keep teams off balance, and sometimes that's all you can do. And obviously, you know, they're incredibly well prepared and well coached, and I think they did a good job picking spots to attack. And when that happens, we always just talk about, like, you know, making the right decision on defense, leaving the right guys open, the guys who don't shoot as well or don't make as good decisions. And so I thought we did a good job of that, like forcing some guys who aren't finishers to try to make a layup and aren't shooters to try to shoot, and so that helps.
Early in the game when it was really back and forth, Penn forced a couple turnovers against you guys, and overall 14 turnovers. What about Penn's defense made it so difficult?
Yeah, I mean, it was sort of, they did the same thing to us here last year, you know, so I sort of what I expected, just to be physical and try to, you know, get us out of rhythm, and we like to cut, obviously, and so getting cutting lanes and make everything hard, and so they're really good at that and prepared all week for it. And we didn't handle it very well to start the game, but I think, you know, once you settle in, just be a little stronger and tougher with the ball and make solid decisions, then we would get to the spots that we're used to being at. It may not be as soon as we're accustomed to, but in Ivy League play, you have to be okay with that. There's going to be some possessions that are just grinds, and you do your best.
You were part of some of Steve's best teams at Cornell as a player. What did he do as a coach that made him successful, and what might be missing that we're not seeing from outsiders that isn't allowing this year's team to be successful?
Yeah, I mean, he just, I always say, like, he made it so, we had some talent, we were good players, obviously, some of the best players in Ivy League history on our team, but he made it really just, we were all just so proud to be part of the program, and took ownership of it. It was just like to be a part of it was, that was the best. He made it feel so important, and you're part of a family and a culture, and winning helps, of course, but like, that's what, I mean, that's part of the reason I'm coaching, honestly. Just like, there's so much becomes who you are and your identity and being part of a team and all of it, and winning makes it more fun, like I said, but you know, have like 6 or 7 former teammates here, and like, that's the bond you have. So I think he, beyond being a great like basketball coach, he creates that kind of connection, I think, with the team. It makes you feel important, makes the team feel really important. and they're gonna figure it out. Like I said, they're too. The shooters are too talented. They have a really good post player. You know, they were a few shots away from, you know, making this thing like a 1-possession game. So they're gonna, I think, figure it out. And league is tough. Obviously, everyone is so well prepared and, you know, well coached, and so, you know, it's a grind. But I'm pretty sure they're gonna get a lot of wins here coming up.